Use the graphing facility of your calculator to solve the equation x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2 equals 0. Give the solutions, 3 solutions, correct at 2 places of decimals, and also write down the x-intercepts of the graphs. Okay, well, let's answer the first part first. Use the graphing facility of your calculator to solve the equation x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2 equals 0. So this is one of those occasions when you have one side of an equation being set equal to 0. So we can use the 0 function. Okay, now you remember you could use the intersect function as well, but the 0 function is what generally is recommended in this case. Although I don't think that there's any great value to it over and above using intersection. But anyway, let's do it the standard way. So we'll call up our calculator, and y1 we're going to make it equal to one side of the equation, so x cubed. Now if you want to get cubed, the easiest way to get cubed is type your x and then math, and 3 gives you the cube. Okay, so 3. So that's x cubed. Minus 3x squared plus 2. Okay, and then just do zoom 6 to see what the graph looks like. Okay. And you can see that there are 3 positions here. It crosses the x-axis 3 times. Once, twice, and 3 times. Now if you want to, you can kind of zoom in on this, and I've shown you in class how to use the zoom box feature. So if you want to use zoom box, press zoom, and 1 gives you zoom box. And let's just move out to one corner of where we might move our box. Okay, so what we must do is we must see the different places where the graph crosses the x-axis. That's what we're interested in after all. So hit enter there, and then we'll move up and we'll move across to the other diagonal. And if we draw our box like that, and then when we draw that box contains every place where the graph crosses the x-axis. So when you're finished with the other corner of the box, just press enter, and we can zoom in. Okay, and now we see the 3 places where the graph crosses the x-axis very clearly. So let's work from left to right. So we're going to get this one first, and I don't know if you can see this in the video. This one second, and this one third. So let's start with this position here. How would we get that? So we go to second calc. Anytime you want to do anything with your calculator, anytime you want to find out anything out of a graph, you do second calc. We want to find where it crosses the x-axis. Those are called zeros. And again, if you're confused about it, remember the graph is equal to 0. Okay, so hit 2 for zeros. Okay, and if we're trying to get this one on the left, first, move your cursor over, and remember, to the left hand side of it. So this is the point we're interested in finding out, and we should be on the left hand side of that point. So let's just move our flashing cursor across. Okay, and now we're close to the point, but we need to move to the left of it. So now we're on the left. Hit enter, and then go to the right of that same point, and hit enter one more time. And you get x equals negative 0.732. So the first one, x equals negative 0.732. So that's our first point. Okay, let's go back. Right, so we've done our first 0. Okay, the next time the graph crosses the x-axis is here. So let's do it again for this point over here. So it's going to be second and calc, and 2, because we're trying to find a 0. We're trying to find a place where across the x-axis that's 0. So let's move over to that point. So we want to get pretty close to that point, but we want to make sure again that we stay on the left of it. So if that's the point, make sure you move to the left of it a little bit. Hit enter. And now we should move to the right of the same point. So go to the point again and go to the right a little bit and hit enter. Hit enter one more time. And this time you get x equals 1. Okay, so x equals 1. That's our second answer. Now we have one more 0 to get. It's right here. one more 0 to get. So let's repeat the same process. So second and calc, and number 2, 0. Zeros are what we're looking for when we want it to cross. When we want to find where it crosses the x-axis, zeros are what we're looking for. So move over to the point that we're interested in, which is that point there. But remember, we must stay on the left of it. So move to the left of it a little bit, hit enter. And now it's telling us to move to the right of it. So move to the right of it a little bit, hit enter, and hit enter one more time, and get 2.732. X equals 2.732. So those were the zeros. There are 3 zeros, 3 solutions to that graph, and we want to write them all correct at 2 places of decimals. Okay, so if we want to write them correct at 2 places of decimals, then we draw a line after the second decimal place, so after the 3. The 1, it doesn't matter, it's just 1. And 2.73, so after the second decimal place, draw a line. Okay, and in each case, the digit that follows the line is too small to cause any change to the digits in front. So our final answer is going to be x equals negative 0.73, x equals 1, and x equals 2.73. And those are the solutions to this equation here. Okay, each of those values of x, when plugged in here, will make the left-hand side equal to 0. Or very, very close to it. We've done a little bit of estimating and rounding off, but those are as close as we're going to get correct 2 places of decimals. Okay, thanks for watching.